Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. In this video we're going to be looking at Tournament of Champions, which is basically War of Champions 2.0, and it is also going to be giving us a semi-confirmation on how long regions are going to be closed for between transfers. We're going to have a transfer window coming up between the 1st and the 5th. On the 5th, transfers are going to close, and basically in this post it does talk about how long that's going to be for. So we're just going to read through it. It says, hello survivors, summer is here and with it comes sweltering new event, the Tournament of Champions. In this tournament, expect to pit your best teams against fierce opponents while you battle it out for glory and blazing hot rewards. How to qualify. A qualifying all-out war will be held July 5th to July 7th. We've identified 40 regions, which are listed below, that are eligible to qualify for the Tournament of Champions. Performance during the all-out war qualifying event matters, as qualifying for the tournament is not guaranteed just by being in one of these regions. To potentially qualify for the Tournament of Champions, you must be on one of the below 40 regions. All other regions are not eligible to qualify for the event. And these are the regions, as you can see: Clark, Blanc, Rockdale, Forsyth, Whitdale, Columbia, Cherokee, Chatham, Decatur, Habersham, Bell, Long, Harrow, Boone, Schley, Carroll, Harris, Banks, McIntosh, Lee, Walker, Choctaw, Charlton, Madison, Winston, Spalding, Wilcox, Stevens, Polk, Hart, Pickens, Jenkins, Dallas, Miller, Chambers, Cowata, Jasper, Jones, Hall, and Dooley. Then it says qualifying rewards that will make you sweat. The 40 regions listed above will have rewards of higher value during the qualifying all-out war event for any faction that attain first place. It doesn't say what that is going to be, but it is saying that it's going to be better than the usual. Additional notes: region transfers will become available for most regions again from July 1st to July 5th. After this window, as previously announced, please expect that region transfer will not become available for approximately 8 weeks. Which is obviously subject to change, but before we weren't really sure on a sort of time scale, but it looks like they're going to have an 8-week lock on transfers, and then they're going to open again for how long? Probably not that long, maybe a week, maybe even shorter, maybe just a weekend, you just don't know. But it looks like it's going to be an 8-week lock, and that's going to come just as this War of Champions starts. So, and it's the qualifying for this Tournament of Champions. So I don't really know how it's going to work. It says some regions will not be eligible for outbound region transfers and therefore not be able to participate in this event. Free region transfer keys will not be provided to players before the qualifying all-out war. Also, as a reminder, region transfers will be temporarily locked before the qualifying AOW starts on Friday. We'll be providing more details around the Tournament of Champions in the coming weeks. Well, there isn't that much time until the actual Tournament of Champions starts. It's 5 days. So, and with the transfer lock coming in, they kind of need to get that information out as soon as possible. Realistically, it should have come out in this post because there is a lot of confusion about, how it works. Obviously, some of these regions are a bit more stacked than other regions, and with it being an AOW, that means you're going to qualify rather than a CRW. You could potentially have stacked regions with like 3 or 4 really strong factions, and then you could have really basically regions that have only got one strong faction in it, maybe not even any real strong factions in them, and you're going to have teams coming first place that aren't necessarily as strong as others. So it's hard to know how the qualification process is going to actually take place. Before, obviously in the last War of Champions, it was all first place factions would become number 1 and they qualify for War of Champions. Then the next, I think it was 10 highest scoring factions, regardless of what CRW are in, would also qualify. And it was, I think overall it was the top 40 factions with that. With this, it is again the top 40 factions effectively if it's first place in every ARW. But like I said, we don't really know how it's going to work, and they haven't really announced much information, and there's just a lot of confusion. And especially considering the transfers open tomorrow, that's a really bad thing. Hopefully more information comes out soon, but I just thought I'd bring this to your attention. Tournament of Champions. I think War of Champions was pretty good. I didn't compete in it. I'm not a big fan of War, but I think it was done pretty well. I liked bringing, coverage of that if that happens for Tournament of Champions as well. If it goes into that singular region thing again, it'll be great. Just do a couple of streams. I know a lot of people enjoyed that. Even though it was only just watching a scoreboard, it was just nice to chill out for an hour or so a night and just see how it was progressing. I'll link the forum post in my description if you want to just jump on the forums and just, ask questions or see, what's coming up. But that's the end of my video. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.